PowerPoint, so I can actually just sit there and talk to you. I know you all, most of you anyway already, so I hope this is not repetitive. But I think that what I was asked to talk about is my work and how the classroom walls have sort of expanded for me in the work that I do. I work at Roland Park Elementary Middle School in the city. But I got there in a way that's probably a little bit different than the way some of you are going to get into your classrooms. I did it about 20 years after it's typically done. So there was a bit of stuff going on before I ever got into schools, to teach into schools. I went to Pratt Institute and got my undergraduate degree there in fine arts. I was a graphic designer. Picture this, before computers. How would you do that? That means drafting and illustration and drawing and making mechanicals. I also was a museum educator for many years at the Walters. This was my first gig here in Baltimore, but many years, and I still am associated with the National Gallery of Art in Washington. I designed the first interactive tours for docents to give in the gallery, and they did not like it much at all. So drawing and writing on a tour, actually engaging in that sort of a way, was something quite new. And I mention it because all of these little trips that I took really have come together for me in my classroom at Roland Park, and I'll tell you a little bit about that. I also ran a small art school, established a small art school, and ran it for many years, with up to 100 students at a time teaching drawing. I also raised 4 kids who are all on art paths. They're all art-making, art-working people, even one was applying to art school. So at present, the job that I have is sort of this intersection of all of this stuff that I did beforehand. And added to that is an interest in brain science and what we know now about the brain, which was talked about before, that we didn't know before, and how that really has changed the way that we teach. So my job now is at Roland Park Elementary Middle School. When I got there about 13 years ago, there was another highly motivated and visionary person teaching there. Shiloh Rao was also there. And it was a school that really did not hold the arts in high regard. In fact, it did not hold the arts in any regard. There was no elementary art program really much to speak about. There was a volunteer parents there. And it has changed in 13 years, very much so. There has been a very distinct cultural change in that school. And we are still a school that is known for academic excellence. We met the MSAs head on, and we know how to test prep and conquer them. And it wasn't enough for us. So, so we definitely have changed. The arts are something that everyone in the building knows we care about. And that's a thing I say with great pride. And we talk about the structure of our arts programming. That's what I am. I'm a visual art teacher there in the 8th grade. I'm also the director of the arts program. And I'm also the art integration person, which is part of that job. And I'm the team leader for the SPAR teachers. SPAR in our school means all of the special area teachers. That concept has changed dramatically in 13 years. Those special area teachers are no longer just there to hold the planning time for the real teachers in the classroom. We really have changed the way people look at us and the way we look at them. So I'm glad to be able to say that we work really well together. So in the structure of our arts program, we talk about 3 distinct areas. The first area is the arts faculty. The second area is arts experiences. And the third area is arts integration. The arts faculty aspect of this, our teachers are really on board and happy to be there. We work together. We're all lead teachers in the city school programs. We present in our fields nationally and sometimes internationally. We have theater, dance, vocal and instrumental music, and the visual arts. Our visual art teachers are all MyICA trained. Not an accident. And we love the fact that we have such a partnership with the MAT program here. And so some of you have or will be student teachers, I hope, in our school. We are professionally high-profile teachers in that we are artists as well as art educators in all of the different forms that we have. And we prepare students for advancement in art forms. So we're the biggest feeder school for the Baltimore School for the Arts. And all of this I say first and foremost because very often I find that people, the general public, don't understand arts integration and they think that it's threatening. And very often the art teachers themselves that I meet are threatened by the idea of arts integration. They think, well, if we're training the classroom teachers to teach the arts, what's going to happen to us? And so I always mention it first. I'm sure you don't have that concept in your mind, but I always mention it when I'm talking to a general audiences because those fears do exist. We cannot function without our arts teachers in our school. They are our leaders in this way of thinking, in this concept of holistic education. So they always get mentioned first. So in terms of the second aspect of Roland Park, which is the art experiences, we want art to be considered not in isolation, but as part of our environment. And we utilized our rich cultural resource in the city, represented by these people here. We've talked to a lot of them and worked with them very often in what we do. Our parents are outrageous and amazing and demanding, and we always have to plug what the parents do for our school. That's a really big part of our picture. What we do in terms of assemblies and field trips and events and programs is a long, long laundry list of things I won't take time to do now. The Walters Outreach Program is very important to us, what they offer in terms of studio experiences in the school. Right now we're planning all our bus trips for the Walters this year. And our funders, we have people, and I'm giving you this list because I feel like part of what I need to do here today is tell you how many people I deal with every day in my job, because I don't go into a classroom and close the door and just have my children there, which is a great part of my day. And I start every morning in my classroom teaching. But I want you to know that in my job at Roland Park, I deal with so many people and so many aspects of art education that you've been thinking about and talking about already today, and that we'll continue to talk about today. So the funders, parents, the art councils, humanitarian groups, and philanthropies, and all kinds of great resources that we deal with to make our program so strong. It's really a busy, busy place. Some of those funders, like Arts Every Day, who have done quite a bit to try to get the arts into all of the city schools in Baltimore, this year have 25 schools in their network. Next year they want to double that. The year after that, they want to double it again. I mean, they want to keep on going. So I was, in my position, I was the first person in the city to have a job called Arts Integration Specialist, a faculty position just dedicated for that. Well, now there's 25 of them in the school. And next year there's going to be hopefully many, many more. So that's something that you all ought to know, that the city is doing a lot better in terms of where we're going in arts education. And I just wanted to share that with you, because all of these things, experiences, and people that I deal with, hopefully really make that classroom a much bigger place. Arts integration is the third aspect of our arts programming at Roland Park. And we all know, and a lot of you are doing your internship too right now in our school and in other schools. So what we want to do is have our classroom teachers use the pedagogical modes and tools and the conceptual threads of art education in their curriculum. And how do we do it at Roland Park? Well, we do it with a partnership with MyICA, number one. We've done it for many, many years. Maybe 9 years, I think we've done this program with MyICA. You teach our teachers how to do it. And we really appreciate it. If I haven't told you before, thank you. Because teachers stop me in the hallway and they say, even teachers who don't have any one of you in the class this year, they say, how are they doing this year? How are your MyICA interns doing this year? Because it was great last year. They want to revisit the experience that they've had with you all in the past. It means a lot. And when you share your projects in the hallways, they educate the entire community in the school. So it's very important what you do for us. We also engage in hiring teaching artists. And teaching artists are a group of people who, as practicing artists, really did go back and become certified and learn how to be effective in school settings. So we deal through the Arts Council, through Young Audiences, through Maddie, through several organizations. We bring in performing and visual artists into our schools to work in our classrooms. That's another way we do arts integration. We also have a dedicated arts faculty position and a place, a study center in the school where teachers can drop by and get daily help. We also go back to our arts faculty. They reach out. In a school system where it's impossible to find any kind of planning time, our teachers really do make the trip down to the other classrooms and make that relationship happen. They're dedicated to it, and so it happens all the time. Sometimes we have partnerships that you may not even know about in the art ed department, the graphic design department. We just mentioned work with you. They also come to our school and have done discrete programs in our different classrooms that are very exciting. So the point with arts integration and how we offer it at our school, it is multi-leveled, very varied, it's ongoing. We know that we have to live in our school with this ebb and flow of crazy test prep and high-stakes standardized testing. We're there with them. We work with those teachers. We understand their pressures, but we have the expertise and we have this gift that we can share with them. And so we try to find as many ways and as often as we can, it's a way to build this knowledge of using the arts educational wonders that we all know about, and give it to them as often as we can. So our school is, by the way, it's not an arts academy and it's not an arts magnet school. It's an academic, comprehensive public school. It's very large, almost 1,300 kids, and very diverse. Some people have sort of a different idea about Roland Park when they hear about it. Our kids sometimes, they are children of poverty, living with violence. I also have a student, I taught some of you this year, whose mother got the Nobel Prize in Medicine last year, first woman in the world. So we have every kind of kid in our school. And so no answer to what we do is going to be simple. It's always revealing itself in new ways, and we're very happy about it. We also got a very nice award recently. Only 5 schools in the nation received it. It's the Kennedy Center National School of Distinction Award in Arts Programming. All the other schools that get this award are arts magnets and art academies. And we're very proud of the fact that we are that comprehensive academic school that's achieved this too, because we do truly believe that what we do is the right way to teach. So I'm going to end there. You all know how to find me. And I'd be happy to have you all come to Roland Park, visit us, ask questions, and call me if you have anything you want to work out. It's really an honor to be here with you all, because MyICA has made a huge difference in my life as a teacher, and still does. It keeps on going. So thank you all very much.